What's going on? So who got left off that top 25 NBA list? I mentioned Kyrie Irving. You can make a strong case for Kyrie. You can make a strong case for Tracy McGrady. You can make a strong case for Vince Carter. Um, and I'm trying to think Klay Thompson. There was people that there's some people you can make a case for. Now I'm talking about the 75, the cases for NBA greatest. Some people who weren't young, who weren't around to understand Bill Walton and Shaq, when at Bill Walton, and I don't understand because Shaq, old enough to have seen Bill Walton play a little bit. I caught Bill Walton prime peak, not in full zenith, but I caught him with Portland. And I remember before he got hurt, he was a handful. He was a strong white boy. He wasn't no joke. And if you factor in his college career and what have you, if he'd have been healthy and been on the upside, he easily would have been in the 25 greatest players ever because he was a dominant force when Portland won that title against Philadelphia and Dr. J back in '77. So, people who don't know need to do some research before they pop off because Bill Walton was the truth. That was a bad cat. College career was almost unstoppable. I mean, in one of the greatest basketball minds ever when he talks. I know some people think he be high and snorting all the time, but he know his stuff. He just says a little weirdly for some, but he know his stuff. But anyway, Bernard King, I can go on with guys who should have gotten some notoriety. Um, the 75 thing is political. Now, uh, because the thing is they let everybody in the Hall of Fame. So when they have a top 75, then it's like, well, what's the objectivity? So it's very disheartening. They have a way that one they do for one thing, and then they got another way to do another. So, but really, if you had to pick 25 people from the original 50, obviously, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Steph Curry. The obvious names, Allen Iverson, the obvious names are going to get the pick. Reggie Miller got in. Reggie was a great talent as far as scoring when he hit that shot. But do I think he's an all-time great? Would I put him over Bernard King? No. 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 I have to be objective. But see, Reggie, a smart analyst, and to his defense, came up big against the Knicks. Came close to beating Chicago when Jordan in at the end went to the finals against Kobe with Shaq and Kobe. And he had won a chip or something, then history looks at him differently, I believe. Steve Nash, because he got the 2 league MVPs, gets in. But I'm just funny about some of these cats that make the pick as far as when you say the greatest of the great. And I don't get into all that numbers crap, and I refuse to pick one definitively. I have people that I pick. I don't pick one. But if you ask me point blank, yo, man, what's your all-time starting 5? Well, I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to drop it right here. For me, this is just my personal starting 5. Shaq, center. Tim Duncan, power forward. Larry Bird, small forward. Michael Jordan, 2 guard. And Steph Curry, point guard. That's my all-time starting 5 right now. And, of course, if I had to have 7 other cats coming off the bench, I'll probably have Magic, and Wilt Chamberlain, Russell, and LeBron James. I had to think of, a couple other people. My starting 5, that's my starting 5. Give me Shaq. Oh, yeah, I put Kareem on my bench, too. But Shaq, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry. That would be my all-time starting 5. I don't care what nobody says, because I would take that starting 5 over anybody's starting 5. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. But anyway, I'm not getting into rankings and none of that because it's just a lot of, it's good talk and what have you. And we can never prove who's really the GOAT. There's different criterias, different arguments. But let's just say that if you consider one of the greatest to ever do it, you're in rare, rare, rare company. That's all that matters in the day. But give me your thoughts and takes. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And I know when people wanted to say something about Dwight Howard, he came close, but he was considered a clown. He wasted a lot of potential, especially in Orlando. That's where his peak and his prime. He went to the Lakers. He didn't hit it off with Kobe. And he became a journeyman. He ended up trying to become like a broke bootleg Dennis Rodman, which worked. But his prime and peak, he should have been the link between David Robinson and Shaquille O'Neal, and it didn't turn out that way. That was a guy, and he teamed up with James Harden, and it didn't produce what it was supposed to. So, and they do hold him to a certain standard. He won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, but anyway, there's a lot of criteria. Some things is on the court, some is off the court. There's a lot of politics involved, a lot of things. Same thing with Alex English. There's certain players that just won't get that love for different reasons. But let's talk about it. All right, I'm out.